Hey guys, welcome back. So this is part 2 to the Jay-Z Beyonce thing, because we kind of got sidetracked with looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage. This is going to be, who did Jay-Z cheat with? So the first person that I want to ask about is Rihanna, because we always hear, that was a big one that was going around for a while. And then supposedly somebody came out later and said it was a publicist or something did it because they were just trying to get attention on Rihanna, and she didn't know that the publicist was the one telling people that, or that it was coming from anybody on her end, and she apologized to her. So I don't know if that's true. That's just a story I've heard. So we will see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, please join us and answer any questions that we have in regards to Jay-Z's relationships with women outside of Beyonce. Specifically in this poll, Rihanna. Spirit, we only ask with the intention of understanding, knowledge, clarity, not with any bad intent. Spirit, we ask that you resolve participate in this reading, all we ask about, and watch. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, did Jay-Z and Rihanna ever hook up with each other? No. I mean, it's he's not gonna lie. Of course, he thought about it because it's Rihanna and she's hot and he's a guy. With the 7 of Cups and this Knight of Pentacles, it's about having that sort of immature energy and wanting to make false promises to get what you want. But with the 7 of Swords, he didn't go after it. And actually, it's talking about that he really did take on more of the energy of seeing her as a little sister than anything else. And so he was actually feeling much more protective over her with this 3 of Wands and Justice card, and then with the 3 of Swords. So he was that's talking about at the same time that we were hearing that they had supposedly hooked up, she was going through her stuff with Chris Brown. And so he was just trying more the focus became more of how do we get her through this? This is a horrible time. And trying to fix her and spin it in a way that worked for everybody. So he didn't hook up with Rihanna. Our girl is safe. Yes, thank God. Oh my God. I was so worried. I was like, please, 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 not Rihanna. Because I don't want to not be able to love her. Okay. So, Spirit, can you please tell me, did Jay-Z ever hook up with Rita Ora? Spirit, please show me energy from Rihanna. You're now asking about Rita Ora. Did Jay-Z ever hook up with Rita Ora? Thank you, Spirit. They're making me take extra cards. So there is a story here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I do feel that because she comes up as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups energy with this 9 of Wands here and the Moon, she definitely wanted to, but it was with the sole purpose of it's gonna benefit me in some way. If I'm you know, your side piece or whatever. Like, you'll give me preferential treatment when it comes to songs, studio time, like things that are gonna benefit my career. Like, you'll pay my bills, like I'll be taken care of, you know. But she also felt like she was in a situation at that point in time in her life that she needed something like that, and she couldn't survive in this industry without it, is what Spirit's saying. So they're like, before we get judgmental, we have to keep in mind that the music industry is a very different place than what, you know, our lives are. And so sometimes people are forced to do certain things to get by, or else they're never going to succeed in the industry. And so she was aware of that and willing to play the game. However, this is what's crazy. Like I said, he was planning on going along with it and doing it. And he was excited about it because, you know, he's a guy, she's beautiful and everything. But he found some things out. And so what Spirit's telling me is, because, like, in this energy, we're getting this Ace of Swords, and it's kind of like somebody else has been there before, and I don't like that person, and I don't want to follow behind, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't care that you hook up with everybody, but I'm not happy that you hooked up with that person. And because that person touched you, I don't want to touch you. Like, I don't want that association with them. And it's like, there's something about this other man that she had been with in the past that he feels like that person is like gross, dirty, sloppy. Something is like no. Like, if somebody's been with him, like, no, I don't care who you are, get away from me. So that basically ended it. And then here he was, you know, with this Nine of Cups in reverse energy towards her, followed by the Justice card and this Two of Swords, followed by Three of Swords. So she was blindsided because she didn't expect that her past was going to be the deterrent that kept this from being able to move forwards. So that was actually when she stepped into that Queen of Swords energy, and she separated herself from Rock Nation and got them to drop her contract, because she realized that, you know, all this buddying up that I've done to him isn't paying off, and I'm not getting what I wanted. And Spirit saying, like, he straight up told her, like, yo, like, you effed so-and-so, and that's just, I don't go behind that, so we're good. Alrighty, so Spirit, please clear the energy of Rita Ora and Rihanna and anybody else that we have asked about so far, or any other energies that we've had come up so far. Let's take a second and later. I'll just use the sage spray. I don't know where the lighter went. Okay. All right. Spirit, please bring in the protection of Archangel Michael on us as we connect to ask about Aaliyah. Did she have a relationship with Jay-Z? What was their relationship? Was it serious? Was it nothing? What should we know about her relationship with Jay-Z? And I am going to include a spirit message for everybody at the end of this one too. So even though I did in the last video, and this is part 2, I'm still including it in all of the readings going forwards, because Spirit said you guys needed that. she wasn't really, like, really into it. So the underlying energy here is that she saw him as somebody that was, like, flirty and fun and, like, you could have a good time with, but it's like, don't take that man seriously because you're just gonna end up brokenhearted behind him. Like, it's like Aaliyah is coming up with this Queen of Swords and Justice energy of, I see right through who people are. So she was like, she just saw right through it. Like, you know, if I get together with you, I'm gonna be so foolish. Like, she literally, I mean, you know, with this Devil card energy and this Palace of Wands, she saw it as like, you can't keep it to yourself. Like, I already know what kind of a person you are. So it was more to her like fun. She was looking at it as like business, like, oh, like, you know, maybe if I decided that I wanted to leave my current record label, I would want to come with you because you're starting to work with Def Jam and you're starting to do the Rock Nation stuff, you know, like, it was more business, like, to her than it was anything that was, like, super serious. So let's see if they actually did hook up, because that's just talking about how she felt about him and how she perceived him. Okay. Spirit, did Aaliyah and Jay-Z actually ever date or have any kind of relationship? Because the rumor is that Jay-Z, since supposedly Jay-Z and Beyonce were dating for like a while before people knew, like at least a year, that he was still at some point involved with Aaliyah at the same time that he was dating Beyonce, but that he was also dating other women too. Okay, so the first thing is the bottom of the deck energy is showing like he was, you know, in this place at that time as the King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands, just basically like, yeah, I am slinging it around because look who I am, and I have all these options in front of me. So of course I'm gonna like take advantage, explore that, see like who's the most poppin' that I can like settle down with, or, you know, whatever. But I'm gonna have fun in the meantime doing it because I'm Jay-Z and, you know, I live this rock star life. And so that's, you know, where he was at with things. Again, it's talking about she's coming up with this Queen of Pentacles energy with this Page of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles, of seeing it as more of, this is a business venture for me, like, and this is a business connection. I do feel like they did hook up, but it wasn't great anyways. Like, because there's the Nine of Wands in this Tower moment here. And Jay-Z is behind it as the King of Cups. And so it's like, they hooked up, but it was like once, and it wasn't good, and I don't feel like they really even finished. Like, it was kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, sometimes somebody's so hot, and then like you like actually go to kiss them at the end of the night, and you're like, your face is like, you know, they're coming at you this way, you're going at them this way, and it's like, ooh, like, we have no chemistry. This is weird, you know, like, that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling behind this. And so with this Two of Pentacles and then the Nine of Pence behind it, it was like, okay, well then we're not dating, but like, can we like do business together? So with this Ace of Swords, she cut that off, and she, you know, with the Knight of Cups, moved on to somebody else. So they did, but it wasn't really anything that was that big of a deal. And it was, you know, Aaliyah just kind of had that energy back then too of like, I know how all these guys are. They all play these games. Like, I'm not taking any of you seriously. Like, I'm going to have a good time. And then when I'm not having a good time anymore, I'm going to dip and I'm going to go find somebody else to have fun with. Like, she was a young woman dating, you know, like, especially I think like things might have seemed a little weird because of the time, because people didn't really actually like openly talk about like dating or being with different people, you know, the way that we do now. And things are so different with the hookup culture and side chick stuff that what people did back then would be so normal these days. Like, we don't even blink an eye when little baby's doing it, you know, but back then it was like, oh my God, what is Jay-Z doing? So I'm gonna cut that here, and we will look at Rachel Roy and Elevator Gate in the next video, so stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and pull a spirit message for the viewers. So Spirit, please clear the energy of everybody that we have asked about. Now we are asking about anybody who is watching this video, any message that they need to receive, something that will help them, connect to them, give them hope, give them clarity, whatever you feel is important to share with our viewers. Spirit, please connect. Thank you. And I don't know why this like keeps coming up, and it was coming up when I was recording the last one. Jennifer, it is gonna be okay. That is just what I've been hearing from Spirit this whole entire time. I don't know who Jennifer is. I don't know what's wrong. They just wanted Jennifer to know that it will be okay, and they just keep showing me a woman crying. So this might solely be for a Jennifer. I'm not sure, because this seems like it is a very oddly specific reading where somebody thought, you know, they were in this Ten of Cups moment. However, now that there is this Tower moment that has happened in their life, they're seeing that so many of the things that they thought to be true were an illusion. And so you've been forced to have to really sort of move on. It's like there's not even a choice in this situation, because there's this Ace of Wands, this Knight of Swords, and Seven of Swords, and it's underneath, you know, the Strength card here, and it's talking about just having to really like be like, I don't have any other choice. I have to be strong in this moment because I have no other option but to move on. So it's like if you came home and you caught your husband cheating, but the house is under his name and he's telling you to get out, and it's like, I can't even cry right now because I have to pack my bags and figure out like if my mom's home from work yet so I can go to her house to sleep tonight while I figure out what I'm gonna do. Please know that even though this seems like it is the most awful, horrible moment of your life, there is this High Priestess and Sun energy of there is a lot of divine guidance and protection around you who are going to bring you back to a happy place. Because you have this Page of Cups and this Knight of Cups flanking this Ten of Pentacles. Financially, you're gonna be great, but also I feel like there's a lot of take charge energy that you are going to possess that's going to make you successful, not only in your financial endeavors going forwards after this Tower moment, but in being just a person who's very confident and self-assured and able to like take care of themselves. And that comes by allowing people around you to pour love into you, to show up giving you love, and to support you through this moment. So please be open to receive that, because as you're receiving it, and to building up that confidence within you that you need to overcome anything that you're going through in this moment. So I hope that helped for whoever needed to hear that, and I hope that you're able to view this message and receive it. I will be back talking about Rachel Roy in part 3, so stay tuned for that. I love y'all so much. We're gonna be nosy again. Bye.